Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. And today in this video, I got something very special for you. So we're going to go over some really great TikTok ads that I found inside TikTok Creative Center. By the way, if you're not really utilizing this platform, I highly recommend you to get started on this because there are a ton of interesting and great ads you can study from the TikTok Creative Center. And I have just been loving it. And usually, what I would do is really just set aside 10, 15 minutes every day just to go through some of the best ads inside the center and just to really get that creative juice flowing, just get inspired by some of the best video marketers today for some of these brands, and it really helps you to really learn and also just to help you to improve and make your craft better. So yeah, highly recommend you get started and check out TikTok Creative Center. And so without further ado, let's get into some of the ads I picked out specifically for this video, and let's watch why they are doing well and what are some of the things that you can take away from them. So the first thing is what you need to understand first is TikTok Creative Center usually they like to put all different ads inside the center. So what it means is not necessarily all the ads you see on here are actually doing well. So you need to be more selective. So if we go back all the way to the top, in terms of how I select, how I identify good and popular and performing ads is by doing a couple of things. So first, obviously, you need to set the location, region you are doing your advertising for. So for example, I'm in the US, so I will set it to the US. And industry, it doesn't really matter here. However, if you do have a specific industry that you want to focus on, for example, if your brand is in a specific niche, then obviously you want to look at some of the similar ads inside the niche so that you can take a look at it, so you can learn and just get inspired. And here, objective, you want to set it to conversions because some of the ads are only optimizing for traffic, then it won't be as good because conversion is really the ads that are optimizing for purchases. And then likes, I usually like to put them top 1 to 20% or top 21 to 40%. And for these, you don't really need to do anything, and then you can set it to last 7 days or last 30 days. And once you saw an ad that really caught your attention, what you want to do is click into the ad and at first look at how many likes, how many comments, how many shares they got. So for example, this one is, I'm 100% confident it's working, not just by looking at the metrics here, but also take a look at the conversions. It's top 1% of the industry average, which means they're getting a ton of purchases and conversions. So this ad is definitely working. So let's take a look. Okay, just want to quickly pause there and analyze that hook. That was really engaging. That was really a very kind of out of nowhere, out of the blue, very odd kind of a pattern interruption type of hook. And those are type of the hooks that we also like to utilize. It are the ones that kind of get you stop scrolling for a second and just to kind of instantly your mind goes, oh, what's going on here? So that's like type of a hook that you can also kind of imitate in your videos. Okay, cool. So it's actually a 30-second video. And a couple of things. So, right after the hook, she started to talk about a story where she mentions another person was talking about this on TikTok. This is also a very popular technique that we have seen being utilized, being used for a while now, which is, oh, I heard so many other people talk about it on TikTok. You remember, you also want to always make it tie back to the platform, which makes it seem very natural to the platform by saying, oh, I just saw everyone talking about this on TikTok, or I've seen it everywhere on TikTok for you page. You always want to use those phrases. And here she was also utilizing hashtag TikTok made me buy it, one of the most popular hashtags out there on TikTok. This really immediately kind of draws familiarity, and just makes people goes, oh wow, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I totally relate. So a couple things then. So besides those, another thing I really like was just the editing style. It was really entertaining, engaging. She threw in a couple of memes and sound effects in there, which makes it even more engaging. So, yeah, so overall, this is a great ad, and it really kind of highlights the unique selling point of the product. And overall, yeah, this is a great video, great ad. So, next one, we're going to take a look at, again, looking at the metrics. You can see this ad is also for sure working. Again, conversions top 2%. They are getting a ton of purchases from this ad. So let's take a look. Again, amazing hook. It's just the visual. It's just the visual of the hook. It's so odd, and it's so kind of pattern interruption. It's like it just makes you pause, want to watch what's going on. So whoever made this video really understand TikTok, really understand how to make a hook. First of all, I just got to admit it didn't feel like an ad. It felt like a normal video that you would just want to watch. It was so entertaining that you almost forget, oh wow, it's an ad that's advertising a soap. And it was 40 seconds. I definitely wish it would be longer than that, just because of the visuals, the script, the entire storyline. It was so great. It's so on point. Dr. Swatch has just been making some of the best ads in the industry. They really, really understand their customers well. They really understand how to connect with their customers through different messagings, angles, and a couple things you can also pick up here. Not only so you can notice like within the so for the hook, in order for the hook to work, it not only just about the visual, it also has to do with the audio, what is said in the hook. So the hook here really nails those two things. Not only the visual as a pattern interruption, second, it was what is said. There was this suspense being built up. So it was just a 10 out of 10. And as we go later down, And as you can see here, they're utilizing very creative shots here to make it very interesting and just want you to keep watching the video. Yeah, overall, and you can see they're just putting the subtitles literally on the screen, and it's very easy to follow. And again, it's a 40-second ad, unlike the conventional wisdom, which is a TikTok ad should be in between 15 to 25 seconds. What we have been seeing is really the sweet spot is actually between 30 to 45 seconds. And most of our ads really fall into that category because you do need a bit more time to really get that message across. So overall, again, this is a great ad. Definitely study Dr. Squash. They have been just creating some of the best and most interesting ads out there. Okay, next. So this ad is also very interesting. They do utilize some of more influencer marketing type of angle, which probably most of the brands don't really have that luxury yet. But I do think there are a ton of things you can learn from this ad. And again, the metrics we're looking at here, they are getting a ton of engagements, top 1% conversion for this ad as well. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. So after watching that video, you probably will say, yeah, so really the reason why this ad worked 99% is because of that creator. Yeah, whoever made that video nailed it 100%. He was very energetic, he was funny, he was very dramatic, which is the perfect type of creator that just works on TikTok. You just need to be over the top. So whoever was in that video really knew the assignment and he did a great job there. So let's break it down. So first, the hook. They are using Kim Kardashian as the hook. That obviously will work because she is such a famous celebrity. So of course people will want to stop and see what she's up to. However, I do think after the hook, what really drive people to buy is really this creator who is very energetic, who is very animated almost, and just be able to really get that energy out, and which is super, super important, especially when you have an interesting and a very unique product. You definitely want to look for creators like him who is able to really pump that energy and just bring out the best creativity, personality out of that video. You literally want to, you just feel so entertained when watching him. And it almost felt like just a normal video, doesn't feel like an ad at all. So, yeah, I think the lesson here is really the quality and the creator who is actually inside the video is super, super important. If he or she is very creative, personal, and can do these kind of very over the top acting almost type of creation, it will really help just drive results and conversions overall for your ads. So the fourth one I want to share with you is a pet ad. And in terms of the metrics, as you can see here, still pretty good. Now let's take a look at the conversions. Again, top 3%. So yeah, I think you probably already noticed now that conversion is what I always look for out of all these three different, five different metrics, because conversion literally just tells you how many purchases they got. So let's take a look at this ad. So the interesting thing about this ad is they are using the robotic voice throughout the ad. So there really isn't a creator who's doing the acting, who's doing the script at all. It's just the entire time there's no person in here, but that makes sense since this is an ad for pets, for dogs. So what I like about this ad is it's just very punchy. It definitely gets the message across within just less than 25 seconds. And let's take a look at the hook again. I would say the hook is average just in terms of the script, the visual, and the audio. However, I think the reason why it works is just because it definitely does the job done. It gets the job done in terms of what it is and what it does. So, yeah, I think this is another example that tells you the the intro to the video doesn't need to be so over the top. It can just be a normal video where you just get to the product right away, but you do want to make it super clear and just allow people to understand what exactly you're trying to market. So especially I think when it comes to products or brands that are selling kind of boxes or packages that not just comes with one product, rather a a group or a couple of products inside one box. You always want to show people what comes inside. You just want to show, oh, there are a couple of things so that you can get all of them for a certain price. And that's also what we found very useful, is always show people exactly what they get from each product or box or package. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the last ad here. So BlendJet, they have also been advertising on TikTok for quite some time now. I have also been seeing their ads even organically on their platform. And definitely they are doing super, super well in terms of the metrics, likes, comments, and shares. And again, let's take a look at the conversions. Top 5% of industry average, definitely not bad. So let's take a look at their ad. Cool. Yeah. So that was also a 40-second ad. So most of the ads I showed you in this video are actually quite long. They're all kind of longer than 30 seconds, which is again what I consider the sweet spot right now, especially where the current TikTok marketing situation is at. So yeah, and again, I think the hook super cool, super engaging, super creative, just in terms of the editing style. Although saying TikTok made me buy has really been a phrase that is so overused now at this point, but like I said, it still works as you can see here. It's just you want to kind of incorporate different creative styles and elements to it. How you can say the word, say the phrase, but still make it interesting and unique. So, what they did here is to kind of play around with the words on screen. And again, it worked super well. And I really loved how she's able to really utilize this textile. So throughout the ad, you can see the structure is really just laying out different benefits that you can get by getting this blender. So it's pretty straightforward just in terms of how they structured the video. But what I like also about the ad is the editing. It really felt very smooth, clean, and simple. So definitely, yeah, I think there are a couple of things you can also take away. Is just first, the hook you can utilize very popular kind of hooks that have been going around for some time now. It just you need to kind of add in some creativity elements in there. And second, kind of just go directly if the AOV or the product is less than, let's say, $30 or $40 even. I do think you can just go directly to the benefits straight away and not really have to follow the traditional problem, agitation, fail solution, and product intro type of videos. You can just go straight into benefits. And that's exactly what I did here. So overall, a very clean, very great ad that is bringing a lot of conversions for the product. Yeah, so that's basically it. And I do hope you get some value out of this video. And like I said, definitely take your own time to scroll through the Creative Center and to take a look at some of the ads that you like and just to study why they worked. What about them that made this so interesting and so engaging? So, yeah, I'll hope to catch you guys in the next video and bye.